Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Eric. This is Fatal RPM, and in today's video, we're going to be continuing the install here on this bumper. So, if you haven't seen the last video, pretty much, I'll summarize it here, but I will also leave it up in the corner for you, so you can go and check that out before you check this one out, and then come back here. But essentially, after we got the bumpers off in the last video, I noticed, as far as fitting these things go, there's going to be a lot that needs to be trimmed out for us to even be able to try and test fit them on the car. But the one thing I did notice is, as far as these ones on the side, it looks like all of these are essentially just attached to a metal plate, and then there's just these studs that go through the bumper, and the studs that go through the bumper go into the car and it just mounts it to there. So the thing about it is we can actually pull these off of here and put them on here. However, in the back, I'll just keep these two mounting points like this, but in the front, it's a little different. So the way it is here in the front is it goes through the bumper, and then you have to reach into the wheel well to get to the individual like mounting holes. And I didn't want to have to be able to deal with all that just to get the bumper off, especially these ones up here on top. So I think what we're going to end up doing for the back, or for the front bumper, is I'm going to trim out the little studs here that are on the front, those holes. I'm just gonna make little slots for this to slide over the top. And as you can see, we're only gonna be able to retain the first two mounts. And these are more or less just gonna support the bumper because there's not a lip under here. So I didn't really have the choice in the first place to be able to do that. So what I am gonna do is we're going to, seeing as how this is going to go from, I think it's about 13 mounting points to 4. I know that this is not really meant for that. So what we're gonna do is, seeing as how we're gonna have to trim these, and in order to do quick release, you have to have something behind it in order for it to connect to it. So I think what we're gonna do is, when it comes to trimming this part out so that this can actually fit over there, is we're not gonna take all of it, we're just gonna take part of it, and we're gonna put a quick release on the bumpers over here, so that in the event that I need to remove the bumper, we got the quick release here. You can press it, twist it, whatever, and then just remove the 2 bolts here, and then you'll be able to pick up the bumper and pull it off, instead of having to do the like 3 different directions in order to get it off. It's just 1, 2, and it's out, and you don't have to really fight with anything. And the good thing is that there's nothing here on the bottom that would really keep it from coming up. So unlike this one is where you got there's a whole thing. So since we're gonna be trying that on the front, the thing we're gonna get to here today, because I'm kind of running on time limit and this video needs to go out tomorrow. So what we're gonna do is we're going to trim this out just a bit. Actually, a lot more than a bit. Most of this is gonna be gone. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, trim that out, and start test fitting it on the car. I'm going to, instead of just going balls to the wall and taking it all off, I'm gonna kind of just tiptoe my way to it. So we're gonna start out with taking a little bit off, enough to get it actually on the car. So let's go ahead, bust out the rotary tool, which is what we're gonna be using to cut this, and try and get it on there. All right. So what we have to work with here is we're going to be using this rotary tool that I've had for an eternity, with this little saw blade on the top. Now, just in case this starts tearing this up, I have some other things that we can use to try and get this thing cut. However, pretty confident this isn't going to destroy it, but you know. Other than that, we got a little mask here because fiberglass, as well as goggles because blade and fiberglass. So hitting all the little safety checks here, even though technically I could have used a better mask, but I mean, working with what I got here. So let's go ahead, try to get this thing cut. I think I'm gonna cut up to, I wanna say, first try about 1 inch, leave about 1 inch left on there. So we're still gonna be taking out a decent chunk, but not too much. So, of course, I don't have anything to mark it with. So we're just going to give it a nice little cut, going along the inside here. This kind of hurts my soul to do this, but we're gonna be doing so much body work on this anyway. Doesn't really matter if it gets scratched on this brick or not. So let's go ahead. All right, so that looks good to me. Now I have a solid line that I can follow. It's not jagged or anything. Nice clean line that we can go ahead and go along. So let's go ahead and start getting this cut. Kind of dusty. All right, so you can see it's pretty clean edge except for here where I snapped it off, but it's looking pretty good. So now it's just time to replicate that on the other side, and we can try and slide it on the car. So let me go ahead, jump to do that, and let's test it on the car. All right, so we got the other side cut. I forgot which side I was doing real quick. Now, something I did notice is just looking here on the car, pretty sure we're gonna have to trim that all the way down. So, not entirely sure what I'm gonna do right here. I think I might just follow this line all the way down here and just kind of cut this out real quick. So I don't think this is gonna work, but let's go ahead and try. And yep, that's actually exactly where we're being held up on this side. And the other side, oof. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like it's in about the same place. Might have to take a little bit more off at the top of the bumper, but yeah, it looks like it's about the same place there too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that line straight down, and I'll show you what it looks like after.
Moments later.
Third time's a charm, hopefully. I didn't do too terribly much. I just cleaned this edge up because I saw it was catching in here. So I took a little bit off in here, took a lot more off down there. Did the same thing over here. Since I took most of it off there already, didn't have to do much. I just cleaned this edge up. So let's see if this works. Yeah, there can't really be a lip there because that has to slide into something. So that's why this side, the side you're looking at now, has been working a lot better. It's because right here, this is a lot thinner than it is on the other side. So let me clean that up real quick. All right. So it is fitting a lot better. We need to do quite a bit of body work to it though. So like, for instance, over here, let's slide this into place. Looks like it actually would go behind it, so I'm gonna pull that off, slide this back. Wow, it's still, wow, it's off by so much. Look at that. That's crazy. That it's off by that much. It follows the body line down here, and then massive gap. Absolutely massive gap. That's crazy. So I'm just gonna have to fit this as close as I can, and we're gonna have to body work this, but this is gonna be a lot of work, as you can very clearly see over here. So let's go ahead and try fit this guy in. Need to kind of do the same thing on the bottom there. So you can see, it just pretty much does the same exact thing. Not quite as bad, but that body line is way off. You can see the length is right, but the body line's way off. That might be partially because this part's too thick. So that just kind of lets me know I can trim this much out. Let's see, if I push this, oh wait, no. I can trim that much out and not have any issues. But this side fits. It's surprising. I thought this side was gonna fit a lot worse than the other side. This is actually the better fitting side. Like, the gap's not terrible. Like, it's not great, but it's not terrible. Compared to this side is where, pull down the little guy here for the side skirt. Not for the side skirt, but for the thing. You can see the body line's kind of matching up. That plane's correct. This plane is off. But body line there, screwed up, massive gap. And it's kind of like that all the way around. But that's just because you can very clearly see that this is like warped inward. See, it kind of has that down slope to it. It should be straight out, but it's warped there. So that's gonna have to be fixed. I'm not sure how I'm gonna fix that other than just straight up reinforced Bondo. But looks like we have a lot of work ahead of us on this bumper here, which kind of tells me it's gonna be the same thing for the front. But no worries, no worries. Kind of figured that was gonna be the case anyway, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to spend like a week straight on body work here for, oh yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to show. Look how much body filler is on top of the fiberglass. Like, it's more body filler than fiberglass over here, which is not a great sign. Not a great sign at all. So, as you can see, we are moving in the right direction. Got cleaned up a little bit here, but as you can see, we are moving in the right direction here with the car. So, as far as how long this is actually gonna take me, it kind of goes without saying this is not all gonna get done in one series of videos. It's just gonna kind of be broken up over time as we work on the Z here, just because of all the stuff we have to do to the Z. That's not body work as far as like the engine goes and the interior and whatnot. And there's actually something new that I got that I still haven't showed you yet for the Z as far as the interior goes. And I'm actually kind of excited about it. I like the way it turned out. But as always, I want to thank you beautiful people on the internet for watching my videos. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button down below. It really helps out the videos as well as the channel, a lot more than you know. If you want to get notified whenever I drop a new video for either the Z or I almost called it 300ZX, or the Beamer, go ahead and hit the subscribe button along with the bell icon right next to it so you do get notified whenever that video drops. But as always, I want to thank you again for watching. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.